So as an entrepreneur, I get asked very, very often, what is it like to work on the weekends? That's actually a lie. Nobody ever asks me, but I just thought I want to talk about this in this video. So this is what we're going to be talking about. I'm also going to be cooking banitsa, which is a traditional Bulgarian dish. And I think that we need to zoom the camera a little bit more. I'm going to put the banitsa and then we're going to taste it at the end of this video. So, Iren, how much would you rate my cooking skills from 1 to 10 based on this banitsa?
Based on this?
Based on this. There we go. We're gonna need some white cheese, like some feta cheese, some cottage cheese, and then it's like phyllo dough, special for the banitsa. Then we need 6 eggs and some yogurt. This is not really gonna be a cooking video, but I just thought that I'm gonna do it. The girls, influencers, they usually do this while they're doing their makeup, but since I don't I thought I'm gonna cook and then I'm gonna talk to you about the entrepreneurial life while I'm cooking, because what a better video to watch, right? So I can't get these eggs to sit still. Oh, and also, by the way, we just have like half an hour to get this done. So anyhow, I think a lot of people, when they think about the entrepreneurial lifestyle, they just think that everything's, you don't work at all, you just get a lot of money, and then everything kind of just happens to you. I don't know how true that is, actually. I just think that people think that. But in reality, when you're an entrepreneur, very often you have to work on the weekends. You have to work like 8-10 hours. You have to get things done that you're not necessarily going to get payment for, not right away, for sure. And it's very often you need to prioritize. So, for example, for a long period of time, I didn't go out at all, but like at all. I was home 9:30 in the evening. I was home. I was already getting ready for sleep. I was waking up at 6 for a long time. And there was just a lot of things that I had to get done without seeing any particular results whatsoever, but just things that had to get done. And so some of my friends, and even close friends, when I started doing this, they couldn't understand me very well. Here is the place for you to say, yeah, but like, if they don't understand you, they're not really your friends. But it doesn't always work like that. It was even like some of my close friends that were like, Ilko, isn't this like a bit too much? Like, aren't you a bit too strict, sort of, in a way? So they couldn't really actually understand that for the longest time, like the business was the only thing that was happening in my life. I didn't even cook. I love cooking. And at times I was also asking myself the same question, isn't this a bit too much? But very often the reality is that you have to work on the weekend, that you can't go out with friends just because you have a lot of things to do. And that some friends you're not going to be able to spend as much time with them as you used to spend. And that's not a bad thing. I think entrepreneurship is also about learning that such things are not always, bad. Most people, when they hear that this is the way that it works, very often they're like, but then it's not worth it to be an entrepreneur, etc. But it's just about I guess everything costs something else. But it's fun. Very often I have to prioritize and I have to schedule my life very much. Right now it's September and I already know what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the month. And not only the rest of the month, but I also know roughly what I'm going to be doing next month as well. So I still get enough time to shoot YouTube videos. I still get enough time to hang out with friends. I just have to be very good at planning. Who am I going to meet, when? And then when you do a little bit of planning, then it works out. And I do still think that as you get better at it, because in the beginning, there's just so much to learn as an entrepreneur, what are taxes, how to do your accounting, that's not even the income producing activities, like how to do the service or to sell the product that you're actually selling. It's just like learning a new language or learning how to drive a car. I think entrepreneurship, people praise it and they turn it to be this spectacular thing or this unattainable thing, or it's just a skill like everything else in life. You just have to learn it. The game has some certain rules that you have to learn how to play by the rules, and then once you do, then You just have acquired a new skill. And then it's just about planning, really. You only have 24 hours, but you can't work 24/7 because you're going to get burned out. So what I like to do, for example, is not work 24/7, like 12 hours per day, etc. But instead, I like to work like, I don't like to work like a certain amount of hours per day. I try to work like 7 or 8, so between 6 and 8 hours, but that usually turns into me working 12 hours and then not getting too many things done. So instead, I'm trying to get, specific tasks done for the day. But rather than doing too much on one day, I just rather do a little bit on the weekend as well. And so right now, for example, next week, I'm going to be taking my dad on a holiday, on like a hike for his birthday. He had a birthday like a couple of days ago, so this is going to be part of his birthday present. And I'm probably not going to be filming videos at that time, but I still upload videos every Saturday. And it's probably going to be like today we're probably in Iren, like in the mountains. We're probably hiking as you're watching this video. But point is, I'm trying to, for example, when I have a lot of YouTube videos to do, trying to do those in advance and plan a little bit. So I usually plan at least one weekend for work so that I can have the rest of the weekends free. But even when I'm on a holiday, that's the thing. I usually still have my Slack open and I'm usually still replying to messages. And that's I think that's the one of the main differences. I don't feel like I'm, at work. I don't feel like I have to do this work. And I think that's one of the main differences. I really enjoy what I'm doing. And yeah, it's true. It sometimes can be a little bit, you're always available, etc. But I'm also like, the agency is not really a startup any longer, but it's not like a 7-figure business yet either. So I think the beautiful thing about business is that in the beginning, like you're working these like 12, 15, etc. hours per, no, 15 is a bit extreme. I don't think you can be productive for more than 2, to be honest. But I think that's all about entrepreneurship. It's this snowball effect. The more you put in earlier on, as time goes on, it just becomes this snowball effect of you have to work less if you want to keep at the same level, because at some point, like, you learn the system and everything. So if you want to keep the same amount of income, you can work less, oversee it, etc., get a team. But if you want to grow, then you obviously need to keep on putting more and more. The thing is, as it's a snowball effect, it's not a linear progression. So if you put in the same amount of work today and tomorrow and the day after, it doesn't mean that you're going to get the same output in 2 days, 3 days. On the contrary, I think that it's like this. So as you start to put, and then the work starts to like present results, etc., you kind of go like on an upward spiral. So you put in the same amount of, like, for example, work hours, but because you get better, first you can get more things done quicker, and then second, you understand more things, so you're more efficient with your time. I think that's similar to what I said in point 1. But anyhow, point is, I completely understand that I don't think this is for everyone. I have a lot of friends even that would much rather just have like a set schedule of I'm working Monday through Friday. For me, that's frightening, but working Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and then I have the weekend for myself, and then I have 21 days in the year where I am going to vacation. Nobody look for me, like I'm unavailable for that period, and I respect that. Like, there are people that it just works better for them that way. But for me, what works much better is being available on the weekends, and then if I want to take a break this week, if I want to wake up at 8 today rather than 7 every single day, then I'm going to do that. For example, yesterday I was working until 12 a.m. just because I had a client meeting at literally 10:30 in the evening until 11:30. So some people are going to be like, oh, no, but it's maybe because I'm also like in my 20s. That might be it. But I think it's all about priorities, really. I'm going to put the banitsa, and then we're going to taste it at the end of this video. So I'm going to put it together, and then I'm going to bake it, and I'm going to show you once it's done. And there we have it. I realized that I actually have to press the record button before I actually start speaking. So I've been speaking for like half a minute before, but there we have it. This is the banitsa. I went for a workout. It's been cooling down. It's already ready to be eaten. And something very funny happened actually, like 10 minutes before me having to put it out of the oven. I come in here, I open the door, and then I just get basically like consumed by a cloud of smoke, and I start coughing. And what had happened is I put so much butter in it because I like it buttery, that the butter started overflowing, and then it started burning, and so there was burned butter all over the place, which was not too much fun. But I went for a workout. Today's workout was a bit extreme, if I have to be honest. Like I was almost gonna faint. I haven't done a conditioning workout for like 2 months. 1,200 calories today. I don't know how much, you can't probably see it, but like 1,200 calories. We're ready to eat. How many calories do you think there is in this tray of banitsa? Let me know down in the comments what your suggestion is. Let's try it out. Iren, do you want to try it out on camera?
Yes.
Either, let's go. You ready?
No.
No?
No.
Why not?
I haven't eaten one that you made before.
Never?
Like this, no. Like traditional one.
Really?
Yeah, you've only made old ones.
Oh, this might not be the best one.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Regardless.
It's not bad actually.
It's really good.
You like it?
Mm-hmm. You have yogurt?
It has yogurt, yeah. And I bought.
Do you have?
Do I have? Yeah, we're gonna make Iren.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I also bought the phyllo dough from. It's like homemade. I've never used it, but it's like homemade.
I'm not sure. It's cooked though.
It is.
You're sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. It's been cooking for 45 minutes.
You're not gonna be sick.
No. So, Iren, how much would you rate my cooking skills from 1 to 10 based on this banitsa?
Based on this?
Based on this?
Not.
No, imagine that you've never seen me cook before.
Well.
Like, honestly.
6.
It's not the best one.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
Since I do know you, I know you can do better.
Thank you for watching this video. Follow me on social media, and I will send this video to a friend. Send this video to your grandma. Have her rate my skills. Yeah. This is what it looks like. There you go. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.